2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The New Orleans riverfront gleaming brightly along, and what a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Here are the five for the Clippers. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the small forward position. And for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now here's Harrell. Beverly the pass to Williams. He gets it in there. We've got great athletes tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fan. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You and I will be getting up, though. We'll be standing up.
You for sure will be up.
Here's Ball, following the score by Lou Williams. And that one's good, Williamson.
And you admire that assertive aggression from Williamson. Goes right at you when he's in his comfort zone.
In the corner, Harrell with it. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Beverly kicks to George. Derek Favors with the rebound. Ingram passes to Williamson. Great D that time from Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Beverly dishes to Harrell. George with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram.
Well, George in there just gliding through and makes a nice move on the drive.
Here's Ball.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
The first one falls. Well, if there was ever a no-doubt number 1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent, New Orleans jumped at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
Now Ball. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Here's Williamson. It's hauled in by Beverly. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top 2A threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Now, here's Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hart. And again, no good by New Orleans. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And so he hits both. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Redick. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, just not sure that that's on the scouting report. Backing off J.J. Redick?
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pelicans lead by 1. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what...
My inspiration really came from my mother, her dealing with...
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
Recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Green, and it's Zubats in at the 5.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Shamet. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Shamet's got 5 now.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. The Clippers also making some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Paul George comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And it's George missing. Pelicans leading by 3. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. From outside, off the mark. Now, here's George. Not a lot of room. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. To the paint, here's Favors, and a slam dunk by Favors.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And that one's good, George.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Holiday surveying the floor. Down low, Williams with the steal.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Williamson kicks to Ingram. 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Clippers.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Here's Holiday. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Holiday did a great job there, realizing they had an opportunity in transition, taking advantage of the numbers. Those are the kind of situations where they thrive.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 1.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half.
Alvin Gentry has seen a lot in his time around the NBA, and last year in New Orleans, really no different. With injuries and trade demands from their top player, it was about trying to keep things together. I don't know, maybe the reward of all that was the roster that he has in front of him now.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. To the inside, kicks it out to Leonard, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Kenrich Williams comes in for Williamson. Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. The shot's good from Hayes. And sometimes when a new front office takes over, a coaching change comes next. But Alvin Gentry continues as head coach with the Pelicans.
Well, a good reason for that is the previous relationship that Alvin Gentry had with David Griffin during their times in Phoenix. They've done a tremendous job of setting the table here, a new infusion of talent, different coaches, a change in front office, a new direction from the ownership group, and this is going to give Alvin Gentry the runway to grow and learn with some tremendous young players.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
And Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
At the elbow, Williams. George passes to Williams. Reverses. The shot, no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Ball kicks to Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Now it's a 7-point New Orleans lead. It's Williams with the drive. Yep, that one goes in there.
Right now, no shaking Sweet Lou. When he's close to the basket, he's good at looking off the defense.
Outside Williams from deep three-point range. Rebound by Williams.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Outside Holiday. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pelicans lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Harrell is out there with Green, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. 5 on the clock. Redick passes to Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Puts it up off the inbound. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Paul George.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Tries again, and Williamson with the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
The pass to Shamet. Here's George. The layup missed.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Clippers trail by 5. Williams. Yep, that one goes.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Double team on Holiday. To the middle. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 5. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, J.J. Redick.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. We'll see what they can do, Kevin.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 5. 1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. 1:15 left in the game. Right wing. Ball with a wide open look. They get it back. And that one's good. Williamson.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Pelicans leading by 5. Redick passes to Favors. Back to Redick. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ball. Offline with his 3. Beverly against Ball. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, Beverly showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
Redick passes to Williamson. Money!
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 5. 27 seconds left in the fourth. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Shamet. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better. Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Stolen by George. Yes!
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
So we see the Pelicans get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early.